Hey there. This is just a heads up. This is going to be long. There are two parts to this video. The first part is just the nuts and bolts. The second part, I'll probably talk a little bit longer, and it's more about the why behind the nuts and bolts. Now, also, I need to give props to the Astro twins. Maybe I'll go ahead and even tag them because I planned on doing this video. Then I said, nah, because I got nervous. And then I read my horoscope for today, and they had something that really resonated with me on their site, astrostyle.com. So there you go. Thank you very much. No, I don't know the Astro twins. They don't know me, but I got to say thanks to them. By the way, this is my Mensa shirt. So, okay, here we go. StayWokeTarot.com, at least the website, will be no more, at least, or at least after I set up the redirect and switch to the domain. In its place will be Rashunda.com. Now, that's where I started blogging 26 years ago. I am taking back my name. And like I said, I'm going to explain why in just a second. If you are not interested, you don't have to stick around for all of that, but just the basics. My online home now is Rashunda.com. That's where you will find me, all things tarot, my blog, the appointments page, how to contact me, and everything. But all my social media is going to remain the same. I'm sticking with StayWokeTarot.com on Instagram and on YouTube. I had a TikTok account for Stay Woke Tarot, and then I logged on last week and I got a message that the account had been suspended, which is weird because I never posted on that account. So whatever. So in any case, I do have Rashunda Tramble over there, but I'm not using it. If you are a newsletter subscriber, you don't have to do anything. You have been imported over to my Rashunda.com email list. My focus is still tarot and will be tarot and divination, but I just thought it was time to expand. I'm an Aquarius sun and moon, and Pluto in Aquarius is doing a doozy on me, and that's a good thing, and the website is a sign of that. So please go to Rashunda.com. I have a completely new brand. I do not like the word brand, but that's what I'm using right now because I cannot think of anything else. But in any case, the website is brighter, more professional. You'll see more images. You will see me on the homepage. And that was a very, very big discussion. Now, I'm doing all of this because I believe in blogs. I believe in having my own website and my own space. I believe in investing in myself instead of helping Mark Zuckerberg break bread with one of the richest men in the world at his son's wedding party. Did you see that story? Did you see the photos? You and I paid for that. I also wanted room to expand the shop, show more of my art, maybe sell that deck that I've been working on. I also do analog photography, and I want to show what I'm doing with that too. And I also wanted space für vielleicht, wenn ich auf Deutsch schreiben wollen, oppure magari quando voglio scrivere in Italiano, volevo avere la possibilità or the functionality di cambiare. I hope I said all that right. In any case, readings with me will open back up in April. I will announce those in my April newsletter, so please sign up for my newsletter. And I think that's it. That's it for the nuts and bolts. If you are not interested in all the why behind all this and Pluto and Aquarius and the Hierophant and all that, you can just stop here. Okay, bye. All right, you still here? Good, thank you. All right, I started Stay Woke Tarot in 2015 or 2016. It was a place where I put all of my thoughts about tarot and how we work with tarot as we're living in this racist, queerphobic, misogynist, anti-Black, anti-brown, anti-people of color, anti-anything that isn't white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, and how that affects our decision-making. I use tarot to help myself and everyone else and the people I read for get down to the why and what that why does to us and what to do with that why. And that's what Stay Woke Tarot is about. It is about calibrating our skills correctly so we can take all the fuckery we have to deal with into account and remain balanced. Now, during this time when I started the site, I was also trying to keep myself separate from my other life. So I had Rashunda.com, and then I had StayWokeTarot.com. And I hid behind Stay Woke Tarot. When I started Stay Woke Tarot, I actually used a pseudonym. And then I started using my first name. And the weird thing is that I would meet folks at conferences and they would say, hey, you're Stay Woke Tarot, but they wouldn't know my name. And it wasn't their fault. I did that. And it took a while for me to get to the point where I wanted to fully use my name and bring all of my cells together. And it's just now I am at that point. I still hold my woke flag high, but it's just rash holding that woke flag high. And no judgment against anyone who's not comfortable with using their name in this type of work. Believe me, I understand. Um, but here's the other thing. The other part, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being afraid of the judgment that comes with being seen or doing something like this, working with tarot. And it's not about just being an introvert. I am an introvert. I will always be an introvert. But because of my past and what's being uncovered with Pluto and Aquarius, at least for me, that's my why, and I'm not going to get into everything because I've written about this. I've written about this on my blog in the past about being called ugly when I was growing up and having kids tease me about my hair and about my teeth. School is just horrid for me, especially in the ninth, 10th, and a little bit in the 11th grade. So there's that. Side note, I wore braces in high school. And when I lost my retainer decades ago, I couldn't afford another one. I had moved from home. I was on my own. So when I was in TV, I would tie my two front teeth together with dental floss. See that? Yeah, there you go. At night. So the gap would stay closed. It wasn't as big as it is now. But anyway, I stopped after I left TV and it returned to its natural state. So in any case, look, I don't do pity porn. And I don't want to get into all that. I'm just explaining the process of embracing Rashonda.com again and making that my home. Now, you may know that in the States, I was in radio and television, and I had very, very public jobs. And like my first paying gig was this talk show called Let's Talk About It. It was on WHRK K97 FM back in the 90s in Memphis. I would come on right after Sheila Hall, if anyone is watching this and they remember that. Then I went to do news and traffic at 101 Jams in Memphis. And then I moved to North Carolina, did television and radio there. And with those public jobs, you have a lot of people commenting on everything about you, especially how you look. And you don't know how it felt, at least for me, to have a listener when I was doing radio walk up to me and realize who I was and say, "Oh, you sound so good. I thought you'd be light skinned." That happened. I could see the disappointment in this person's eyes when they saw me. All right. And TV was worse. Back during that time, here's an example. Someone called the station, and this was a time when the calls were transferred automatically to the on-air talent. I don't think they do that now. And this woman called, and she got transferred to me, and she said that she had recorded me on VHS. And I know I'm showing my age now, and she had stopped the tape. And she noticed that one side of my face didn't match the other, and it looked like I was developing Bell's palsy. So I have that example. Another story. Tamron Hall, the reporter and talk show host, she was a bane of my existence, through no fault of her own. I love Tamron Hall. I've never met her, but I am a fan. The thing is, she and I were reporting at the same time. She was in Chicago. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and High Point, North Carolina, and we both worked for Fox O&O. So I would see her on the satellite feed. You don't know how many times I heard people tell me, you look just like Tamron Hall if you, dot, 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 dots. It was like I was her ugly sister or something. So being not that confident in my appearance by default, then having these public jobs and having people criticize me on my appearance, that sort of added to my fear of being seen and a fear of criticism. And also, I've had a lot of people tell me I don't fit in a box. When I was trying to find an agent when I was in TV, I met with one agent, and this guy told me, he said, "I don't know what to do with you. I wouldn't know how to market you." And this was even after I had won an Associated Press award. So there's that. But in any case, over the past year or two, I've started feeling different and more confident. And I guess it just comes with being 54 years old. Also, I have also started embracing the power of the Hierophant, which is my birth card. And that's about tradition, teaching, sharing your cultural heritage, sharing your belief system. And so my urge to share what I think I know and learn and share myself has become stronger than the need to hide. And so where Pluto and Aquarius comes in is that, when Pluto lands in something, it lands like this big boulder crashing into something, and it is crashing into the systems and the mainstream bullshit that made me think I was ugly and that I didn't have the right to be seen. I could be heard, but, because I have a good radio voice, but I couldn't be seen. And also the Hierophant, who, it's been hidden under all that mess, is also being uncovered as well. So I have a couple of messages for you after sharing all of this. First, if you were feeling stuck or just asking yourself, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Check in with your birth card. Have a conversation with your birth card and imagine that conversation like in a positive way. Be kind and gentle to yourself, especially during this time, because there is this great unveiling that is happening. Now, also, if you're still feeling the effects of what happened to you years and years ago, please, please don't beat yourself up. Don't be ashamed. There is a why behind your feelings, and that why is not your fault. All right, that's it. I think I've talked for way too long. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you on rashunda.com. Bye.